So on 1st July, A sells goods to B for rupees 10,000 and he drew 3 bills on him. So this problem is similar to what we did yesterday, but yesterday we did the case when the bills were honored. Today we will look into when the bills are dishonored. So our first entry is for selling the goods. A is the seller, B is the purchaser. And after sale of goods, A has drawn 3 bills on B. So first we'll write the entry of sale of goods, then we'll write the entry of drawing the bills. So as I told yesterday, drawing the bills, either you can club the amount and write one entry, or you can write 3 different entries. If you want to have clarity on to which bill is for how many months and what is happening to each bill, it's better we write 3 separate entries, right? The first bill for 2,000 for 1 month, second for 3,000 for 2 months, and the third for 5,000 for 3 months. B accepts and returns these bills to A. So till here we'll be writing 2 entries. One is for sale, one is for drawing the bills. Now look at the remaining question. The first bill is retained by A till the date of maturity. So no entry to be written there because A is retaining the first bill with himself. The second bill is endorsed by A to his creditor C on 3rd July. So for the second bill, you need to write the entry for endorsing the bill. And the third bill is sent to bank for collection on 4th July. For the third bill, you need to write an entry for sending it to bank for collection. On maturity, all the bills were dishonored and noting charges paid were rupees 10, rupees 15 and rupees 20 respectively. Past entries in the books of all the parties, right? So in how many parties are there here? How many books we have to open here? How many parties are there in the question? Tell me quickly. Yes? How many parties are there in the question so that we open their books?
3, ma'am.
3. Because first it is journal entries in the books of A and A is the drawer, right? So this is 1. Next it is journal entries in the books of B and B is the drawee. Where did it go? Journal entries in the books of drawee. And then the third one is journal entries in the books of C. Who is C?
Endorse.
Yeah, C is the endorsee. Or you can also call him the drawee later on. So we have to write entries in all these 3 books. Now, before we start writing the entries, first tell me, what do you say this one? There are 3 bills, right? The first bill was retained with A. Second bill was endorsed. Third bill is sent to bank for collection. Now there are noting charges given in the question. So first tell me who is paying this 10 rupees of noting charges? Who will pay this? For which bill is this 10 rupees?
First bill.
First bill. So who will pay this 10
Drawer.
rupees? The drawer will pay. Okay. 15 rupees who will pay?
Endorsee.
Endorsee will pay, correct? And then 20 rupees? Who will pay the 20 rupees part? This 20 rupees will be paid by our banker on our behalf, right? Because the third bill we are sending it to bank for collection. So it will be paid by our banker on our behalf, right? So now we'll start the entries quickly. Okay, so did he give us the year? He didn't give. So directly we'll start with the dates because he didn't give us the year. So July 1st, first entry is for selling the goods. So what do I write? Yes, tell me
B's
the
account
entry.
data to sale.
Yes, B account data to sales account. And the amount here will be 10,000 because the entire goods are sold at one go. This is 10,000. Okay. Next entry I'll have to write for drawing the bills. Okay. So I will write 3 different entries for drawing 3 bills. So the entry for drawing the bills would be bills receivable account data to B's account. Am I correct? And I'll write in brackets here that it is for the first bill. Is this entry correct? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will write the same entries 3 times with the different bills. Again, July 1st, bills receivable account debtor to B account. And this one is for the second bill. The amount for second bill is 3,000. And then one more entry. This is again bills receivable account debtor to B account. And this is for the third bill. And our third bill is given for 5,000 rupees. Okay. And these same entries we also need to write in the books of drawee. So in the books of drawee, what is our first entry? That would be purchase account debtor to, what should I write? Who will be debited here?
A's account.
A's account. Very good. So purchases account to A's account. And the amount here is 10,000 for the first entry. Now the next entries will be for accepting the bills. Oh, sorry. The next entry is for accepting the bills. So we will write the entry as A account debited to bills payable account. Am I correct here? For accepting the bill.
Yes.
And I'll also mention here it is for the first bill. And let me see, the amount for the first bill is 2,000.
2,000.
Again, write the same entries. July 1st, A account debited to bills payable account. This is for the second bill. And second bill amount is 3,000. Move forward, third entry, July 1st. Again, I'm writing A account debited to bills payable account. And this one is for the third bill. Here the amount is given as 5,000. So our first part of the problem is completed. We have written the entry for selling the goods and drawing the bills. Now see the remaining part. The first bill is retained by A till the date of maturity. So when the bill is retained, neither the drawer nor the drawee will write any entry, right? The second bill is endorsed by A to his creditor C on 3rd July. So when the bill is endorsed, who all will write the entry? Tell me who will write the entry when the bill is endorsed?
Drawer and endorsee.
Or
Drawer and endorsee, correct. So first we'll write in the books of drawer. What will be the entry in the books of drawer?
C to bill receivable.
Correct. C account data to bills receivable account. And this entry is for the second bill. Remember that. And the amount of second bill, we know it is 3,000. So will the drawee write this entry for endorsement?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
But the endorsee will write, correct? So we'll have to write this entry in the books of the endorsee. What is the date given? July 3rd. So tell me the entry in the books of endorsee. For him, what is happening? He is receiving.
Bills receivable to A.
Yes, he is receiving the bill. So bills receivable account debtor to A's account because he is receiving it from A. This is the second bill for us to remember. The amount is 3,000. Okay. So we have written that entry also. Now look at the next part of the problem. And third bill is sent to bank for collection on 4th July. So when the bill is sent to bank for collection, who all will write the entry?
Drawer and banker.
Or
Drawer and the banker. But bank we are not preparing. So for us, we have to write only in the books of drawer, right? So tell me the entry in the books of drawer.
Bank sent for collection to bills receivable.
Yes, bill sent to bank for collection debtor to bills receivable account, right? And the amount here, this is for the third bill, right? So we have to write the amount for the third bill now. So the third bill amount was 5,000. Okay, so we have written this also. And now we are done with this part also. Now the last sentence is, on the maturity, all bills were dishonored and noting charges paid were 10, 15 and 20 respectively. So now we need to look from the first bill. So see the date of maturity for first bill. First bill was for 1 month. It was drawn on July 1st. So when is the date of maturity?
4th.
Is it August 4th? So the first bill was retained with the drawer and that bill got dishonored. So what entry will the drawer write now?
Cash to bill receivable.
It is dishonored. The bill is not honored.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Yeah. So B account debited
To bills receivable.
to bills receivable account.
To cash.
To
Yes,
cash.
to cash because he is paying the noting charges also. So how will I write the amount? First bill amount is 2,000, right? First bill is 2,000 and the amount of noting charges are 10 rupees. So B's account would be 2010. The bill amount is 2,000. Noting charges are 10 rupees. Is this clear? Is this part clear?
Yes.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So this honoring of dishonor of first bill, even the drawee will write.
Yeah, ma'am.
So we have to come back to drawee's books also. So August 4th. Now what will the drawee write? Drawee will always write the same entry of dishonor whoever has the bill. So his entry would be?
Bill payable,
Yes,
noting charges to drawer.
correct. Bill payable account debtor, noting charges account debtor to A's account, right? So, and this one is for the first bill. So bills payable was for 2,000. The noting charges are for 10 rupees. And finally, he needs to pay to A 2010. So the first bill part is over for us, right? Now we move forward to the second bill. What happened with our second bill?
Endorsement.
We had endorsed the second bill and the second bill is also dishonored. So in case of endorsement, how will we write the entry? First, let us look at the date of maturity. Second bill was for 2 months. So the date of maturity would be, instead of August 4th, it will become
September 4th.
September 4th. And how will the drawer write this entry for dishonor? Can anyone tell me now? This
B's
bill was-
account debit to C's account.
Correct. B's account debited to C's account. And this is for the second bill. And how much will be the amount? The second bill amount is 3,000 plus the noting charges are 15 rupees. So it would be 3,015. Right? Now the same entry even the drawee has to write. What entry will the drawee write? Tell me the entry for drawee books.
Same entry.
Same entry what he wrote previous, right? Bills payable account debtor, noting charges account debtor to A's account. Remember in the books of drawee, the entry will not change because for drawee it is immaterial who is holding the bill. Every time he will only write the same entry. So amount of bill is 3,000, noting charges are 15 rupees. Finally, what he has to pay to A is 3,015. Now what is left over is our third bill. So see what happened with the third bill. What did we do with the third bill? It was sent to bank for collection. And third bill was for how many days? It was for 3 months. So now what is the due date? Is it October 4th?
October 4th.
Yeah. So what will be the entry we'll write now? This bill has been dishonored. So B, tell me this entry. Can anyone tell me? B account debtor to, what should I write?
Bill sent for correction.
Yes. Bill sent to bank for collection account. And we have one more thing.
To bank account.
To bank. Because banker is paying this noting charges from our account. That is why we are crediting this here. Right? And see the amount. third bill, how much are the noting charges? The amount for third bill is 5,000 and the noting charges are 20 rupees. So B account would be 5,020. Bill sent for collection was 5,000 rupees. The bank has paid noting charges of 20 rupees. Now same coming to the third bill here. What entry will be right? He will again write the same entry. For him, there is no change in entry. Just change in the amounts. So bill is 5,000. Noting charges are 20. And then he needs to pay to A 5,020. So we have written all the entries. Now look carefully once. See, if you have a look. Okay, I will just mention here. This is for the third bill. And this is for the first bill. Now just look at the last three journal entries. These three entries. All three entries are for the dishonor of the bill. The first bill was dishonored, second was dishonored, third was dishonored. But see the difference? First one was retained, second one was endorsed, third one was sent to bank for collection. So if you look for whenever there is an entry for dishonor, every time the employee's account will be debited. Right? Every time the employee's account is debited. That is the common part there. And then credit is given to the person who is having the bill. Right? So similarly, if you see the drawee's books, in case of drawee, whoever has the bill, see all these three bills were dishonored. But then drawee is writing the same entry in all the three cases. So remember that point. For drawee, it is immaterial who is the holder of the bill. He will write the same entry whether the bill is retained, whether it is discounted, whether it is endorsed, or whether it is sent to bank for collection. So is the problem clear? We have completed entries in both the books. No, do we have anything to be written now? That's it, right? Yes.